Hey all, and welcome to Shadow of Space, and we're commenting on another BCP video. This one is titled, Muslims Rage as Woke Principle Gets Removed After Exposed Supporting Sharia Law and Black Lives Matter. This is uploaded May 29th, this is being recorded May 30th, and link is in the description.
Pointed a principle, and that principle, as it turns out, on their social media, had posted some pretty controversial things about Sharia law, defending and explaining Sharia law, among other things as well. Well, the school district did make a statement to the Will Cain Show. They said they were made aware of multiple social media posts from the past by the finalist for a principal position in the district. After review, it was determined that the posts may not align with the district's social media policy and expectation for staff. Therefore, the candidate will be reassigned pending the outcome of an investigation. Talk to me about this story and about Texans' concerns about the spread of Islamism in Texas.
So, as to the story itself, right there, the education agency made it very clear that behavior like this, comments like this, a misalignment with Texas values as well as Texas law are unacceptable, and people like this cannot be a principal. This comes in the aftermath of action that we took just 2 weeks ago, where there was an Islamic organization that tried to set up Tex A&M, which sounds a whole lot like Texas A&M, as a university, where they had no authority to do so. A lawsuit was brought to shut them down because they were trying to operate illegally. It comes in the aftermath of what happened in a Dallas suburb, Grand Prairie, where they tried to have a Muslim-only event in a public park location, and I ordered that it be shut down. Those are just some of the many actions that we've taken, including shutting down the attempt to create Epic City, northeast of Dallas, Texas, where we are not going to allow the Islamification of Texas. We will not allow Muslim-only communities. We're not going to allow no-go zones or anything like that. In fact, there was a referendum on the Republican primary ballot about completely banning statewide Sharia law, and that's going to pass this next session when we get back into next session this next January. And so we've done more.
Should people be allowed to organize based on religion? Like,
than any state to put.
just, there is a group of people, a white-only group. If you're going to say that they should be able to have their own land and have their own community, then I don't know why you wouldn't allow people to do it based off of religion.
Push back against any attempt to grow Islam or radical Muslim in our state.
All right.
Boy. So, once again, we got to talk about another story that I think is a great example of the agenda that the Democrat Party has for this country. Okay. If you're not paying attention, you should pay attention, because the far left is making it very, very, very clear what they want for America.
Eid Mubarak, everyone. Eid Mubarak. Thank you all. Everyone, my name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I'm the congresswoman here for Parkchester, and it's such an honor to be here, joined by our mayor, Zohra Mamdani, as well. And before I begin, I'd like to thank the Bangladesh.
This is going to sound really racist, but where does AOC come from? What is her lineage? Is she Muslim? I don't.
Jamia Masjid, for inviting me to this beautiful space today. This is a community that we love deeply, cherish deeply, and I am incredibly proud to represent. It is such a beautiful day here in Parkchester, and I'm so grateful that we get to
You've got people in suits.
share this
I don't know why you are like half and half.
wonderful Eid al-Adha together. As we celebrate, we renew our commitment to the values that unite us: empathy, selflessness, and solidarity. And most importantly, we renew
It kind of looks to me like you're just putting on a costume, like you're just pretending.
our commitments to one another. Because when we join together with devotion to our neighbors, our community, and to this country, we can bring light into the darkness. So thank you once again for having me here today. Eid Mubarak, and now I'm proud to turn it over to Imam Abdul Yahya.
Yeah. So believe the Democrat Party when they tell you what the agenda is, right? They make it very, 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 very clear exactly what they want for us, right? And we
Well, Mamdani did political ads in his native language. AOC is... I don't think she did. There were other people who did. Ilhan Omar might have.
should pay attention, which is why I'm covering this story out of Fort Worth, okay, involving a woke principal who was removed over social media posts. Now, as you can see, this is a Muslim woman. And of course, you have individuals, boohoo, whine, and crying, Islamophobia, right? Racism, hate, and bigotry over this woman being removed because of social media posts. Now, I want to talk about this story because the school district makes it clear that this woman was removed because her post did not align with their social media policy, okay, in which they say, hey, you can't be overtly political on the internet, right? We want to express neutrality when it comes to...
See, but so how, because this was like the last video, how far does that extend? If she has a teacher account for her specifically to get a hold of her students and a personal account, if she posts on her personal account, is that her posting political content on social media? Technically it is, even if she isn't doing it in her capacity as a teacher. Does that count? Is that the same thing?
The topic of politics, especially if you're going to be in a leadership position as principal of a school, right? Now, despite the fact that, again, the district has made it clear that this is about politics, right? Like a violation of our social media policy when it comes to politics. Again, the left, they're boohoo, whine, and crying bigotry, right? So I want to talk about it because I think it's very clear why this woman was removed, and I don't think it has all that much to do with Islamophobia. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Well, this morning, a newly promoted principal in the Fort Worth ISD is being reassigned over concerns with her posts on social media.
Fox 4's Alex Boyer live outside Western Hills High School just after the district made that switch. Alex?
Hey, good morning. You know, Fort Worth ISD said on Tuesday it was made aware of what it calls questionable social media posts made in the past by the educator, prompting this investigation. Now, last week, Shema Al-Zubi was named the new principal of Western Hills High School. She's been with Fort Worth ISD for over a decade, most recently serving as an assistant principal at Southwest High School. Now, after her promotion was announced, the district was made aware of several posts from Al-Zubi's Facebook. In January, she shared a post that appeared to defend Sharia law, comparing it to other religious ethics like biblical principles. Screenshots show a repost from August of 2020.
See, but I don't understand that argument. If you're going to say that schools can't teach the Ten Commandments, then why can schools teach Sharia law? Why is one religion not allowed to express itself, but another is? That doesn't make sense. If you're going to say that Christian ethics shouldn't be in the classroom, then Muslim ethics should not be in the classroom.
In support of mask mandates in the district, and there are also photos of Al-Zubi with a Black Lives Matter banner text and a photo with the caption that Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine. Now, the district says that these posts do not align with its social media policy and expectations for staff, adding that she will be reassigned pending the outcome of an investigation. Now, in a statement to Fox News Digital, the district said in part, our district leaders, educators, and staff will not inject personal political perspectives into classrooms, adding that Fort Worth ISD serves a wide array of families and students.
Well, hold on. If they were posting it on social media, then they weren't exactly saying it in the classroom. Unless she was? Or they
civically
were?
engaged and maintain a variety of perspectives. As a taxpayer-funded entity, we will remain focused on our mission to providing a high-quality education for all students. Now, I can tell you that supporters of Al-Zubi are holding what they're calling an emergency news conference at 11 a.m. today. They're inviting any supporters of the educator to show up for that gathering at the Islamic Unity Center in Fort Worth. One of the things that they're demanding is that the district immediately reinstate Al-Zubi as principal here at Western Hills. We, of course, will let you know what comes out of that news conference. For now, reporting live, I'm Alex Boyer for Good Day.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, like I said, you have supporters of this woman boohoo, whining, crying, hating bigotry.
I
don't think a single of our teachers here have seen that. So if it exists, let's go ahead and see it. And let's go ahead and have them point to where specifically she has violated that policy.
One supporter read a years-old post that has attracted the attention of critics. In it, Al-Zubi reshared a post explaining that Sharia law is a moral code for Muslims.
For most Muslims living in the U.S., Sharia looks like praying, fasting during Ramadan, donating to charity, avoiding alcohol and work, and trying to live an ethical life. That's it. That's the big, scary...
Except all the other things that are bad that it also talks about that it tells you are acceptable.
Sharia.
If you cherry pick, then, I mean, yeah, everything could be acceptable. Everything is permissible.
And that was her so-called controversial post.
This moment is bigger than one appointment. It is about whether institutions stand up to hate or whether they bow to it.
In Fort Worth, Robbie Owens, CBS News,
Or if they
Texas.
stand by their own convictions that don't necessarily agree with yours.
Yeah. So the only problem is that even
And there
if
are also photos of
you take out the Sharia post, right? Remove that. Forget about that. This woman has posts basically demanding people vote for mass mandates, okay? She also has photos of her clearly being a political activist, right? What you have here, BLM, okay, Black Lives Matter, which is political. The Palestine flag. She claims that Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine, right? I mean, these are overtly political, okay? And a bunch of other posts as well, too. So clearly she's in violation of the policy just based off those photos, right? Those screenshots. And honestly, I'm not even sure if it has anything to do with the whole Sharia law thing, to be honest with you, because, I mean, let's be honest. If they actually fire her for that or removed her for that, I'm not sure if she's been fired yet, but I'm sure a lot of people will be calling for her to be fired. But regardless, then they probably open themselves up to some type of lawsuit for discrimination based off religion, right? So that's why I'm skeptical of this narrative.
Well,
she was removed because...
But so then, how do you draw the distinction between something being religious and something being political? Especially when you have a religion where their religion is their law.
Because of Sharia post, I don't think so, right? I don't think that that's why she was removed. I think that she was removed because of the fact that she clearly is a political activist and the school district has a policy governing social media, but also they have a policy governing whether or not these teachers can inject their politics in the classroom. Which, you know, if you guys have watched my channel over the years, especially during 2022, 2021, 2023, that was a big thing, right? These teachers who were overt political activists on social media just so happened to also be political activists in the classroom, right? They were indoctrinating.
I doubt that stopped at all.
Children. So they're saying, hey, look, we're investigating her over posts that may not align with the district social media policy and expectations for staff, and that district leaders, educators, and staff will not inject personal political perspectives in the classroom. Again, based off the track record of these far left activists, teachers, educators, right? It is likely that she probably did inject some of her politics into the classroom, to be honest. In some shape.
It's one of those where she may have, she may not have. It's one of those where you'd have to be able to prove it.
Form. Now, here's the thing. The district probably knew about this before the outrage, but the outrage caused them to actually do something about it, right? That's probably what's going on here. Let's be honest. Because they definitely knew. They knew that this woman was woke. They knew that she was a political activist. They knew that she was pro-BLM. They knew she was posting this on social media. They probably knew that she was...
Then why are they doing something about it now? This is 2021. It's been 5 years? They're just now getting around to doing something about it? They were collecting evidence, so they really made sure that they had a robust collection of things that she had said, and just let her do it. I don't think I get it.
These lefties, they can't help it. But they only decided to do something about it because of the outrage that was building when they promoted her to principal. So that's what I think is going on here. Regardless, you know, she's far left. And quite honestly, you know, having less of these people, again, has nothing to do with her religion. It has everything to do with the fact that she's a political activist. She's far left. Having these individuals in the classroom, running these schools, probably not a good idea, right? Probably not a good idea. So we're going to see what happens.
But teaching is a predominantly female-led profession. And women tend to vote Democrat. It's part of the reason that I don't understand why you would only draw districts along racial lines when racial lines are not the only minority populations that need representation. That's silly.
It's right if she's going to be fired, but as of right now, she's been removed. And I think the case is clear that she's a political activist disguised as an educator. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, because the cancel mob and lobbyist organizations are pretty powerful groups. And they can sway quite a few different things. So, I mean, this says that they were reassigned. So it isn't that they're getting fired, they're just getting moved somewhere else. I don't know. I guess I also struggle to see how this solves the problem. If she were to move to another state, and she were to apply to another state where they didn't know her politics, they'd just let her in, and she'd just continue to do this. If she were to get employed at a school that didn't have policies that didn't allow you to upload political opinions on social media, then she would just be doing it right. Then it wouldn't matter. I don't know.